runners, and may the random number gods be in your favor.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, here we go. What does Uncle have to say tonight? The chest is a secret to everybody.
Well, we're about to open it up. And of course, no sword with Uncle, so that means we're not getting a sword seed. We're getting $50 in that chest that is a secret to everyone, apparently.
Well, maybe he was talking about a different chest. Maybe he's talking about the one that... oh, and we get a very quick check there from Numberplay. 2 crystals at Hera and Desert, and a red crystal at Eastern Palace. So 3 pendants in the Dark World. But maybe Uncle was talking about the final chest in GT. Who knows? Maybe we won't see that open tonight.
I mean, who really knows what chest Uncle was talking about? All right, but let's see what that item is. It's Kane O'Brien.
I like this, actually. It's very interesting to see how our players are going to use it. It's got you can see Numberplay using it a little bit there, and Salty as well. It's got a, a lamp. That's nice. That's a good start. But it's got a very set pattern for how it works, and I'm going to be very interested to see how each runner manipulates the cane to get those very quick kills.
Yeah, the one thing about the way the Kane O'Brien works is that it knocks any enemy it comes into contact with up, so you can use that to your advantage. The thing is that you don't get a lot of magic usage, so you have to make sure that you conserve your magic while still trying to farm for that one bomb that they're going to need for the back of escape.
Indeed, and we're seeing Salty, of course, do a little bit of early farming here, using those pots to try and take out some of the guards, see if he can get a drop. And there we go, beautiful work from both Number and Salty.
Yeah, we have the map. Yeah, we got the map to,
yep.
And we got the map to start there. Nah, you're totally fine.
Yeah, so we got the map. That means that we'll probably have to see what's in Sanctuary chest.
Yep, the small key has to be in one of the first 4 chests because you need it to unlock the door in the sewers. So for certain, Back of Escape and Sanctuary will have items in those 4 chests. And there's a bomb drop from the Green Guard.
Ooh, there's a small key. And Salty having a little bit better go at pinning that guard up against the wall there to get the key. You kind of see the little difference there in the remaining magic.
Yeah, there are some magic pots in the front part of the sewers. Oh, and saltyphry swung on and missed. So he's going to have to reset the pots in order to hit the ball and chain guard.
Absolutely. That's going to cost a little bit of time. Not too terrible, but Number is going to have the slight advantage coming out of the rescue here. But we'll have less magic, so he'll have to farm for some magic here coming up.
Yeah, like I was saying, right in that first room in front of the throne room, there are some magic pots in there, and at this point you just need the magic to kill the rat.
Absolutely, and from this point onward, we're going to find nothing but items in all the chests because we have the small key and we have the map, so there are no more dungeon-specific items to find. It's just going to be randomized items within the chests.
All right, Numberplay is back upstairs. Has just a little bit of a lead because he didn't have to reset the basement.
Yes, indeed. So one of the things to keep in mind, too, with the seeding here is that the seeding was randomized. So this is kind of interesting. Numberplay finished, I believe, 5th in the Swiss rounds overall as the top 6-1 runner. But saltyphry was the 5th name that was picked in the randomizer. So he's quote-unquote the number 5 seed, except, you know, the seeding really doesn't matter a whole lot just for initial pairings.
Yeah, we randomize everything here.
Indeed.
And Numberplay not bothering with picking up those magic pots. They're over on the left side.
Might be taking a little bit of a risk here. He can either get a magic drop from something, or he's just going to save that tiny little last bit of magic to get the rat.
Or there's triple bombs in the sewer chest, and this is all a moot point.
Yep. Only problem now is going to be magic at this point. I assume we'll see both runners be able to use the can burner to go ahead and kill that rat, get that key. And I'm not too surprised that we found bombs early. It's not. Oh, so he's going to be out. Gonna have to use bomb here. But that'll be fine.
But does a little kamikaze action, but gets it done.
And both runners now going into this left side area. You always want to get this while you're on your way out. Numberplay getting a hammer. 300 rupees and the glove. Okay. Well.
Okay. Well, it's really good that there were those triple bombs in the sewer, because if Numberplay missed that.
Oh boy, that's not a combination of items you want to be without in an early game.
Especially because that's two-thirds of your Dark World access there.
Absolutely, Jax. So we're gonna get to see what is in this last little chest here. Could it be the Moon Pearl? Nope.
Nope, it's a 10 bomb upgrade.
It's a thing that's around, but it's not too shiny.
Nope. And from here, the world is the runner's oysters.
Or pearls.
That works too. I mean, we're looking for a pearl for Dark World access.
Or wait, this is Legend of Zelda. Would it be the world is our Octorok?
Let's not get too far with this. We got action coming up here in Lost Woods.
Indeed. So we'll get to see first what is in the mushroom spot. Oh, actually gonna get a little pull there and some magic. That would be very helpful for our runners.
We got
just
more money.
Rupees.
Yeah, but that certainly will help with the bottle vendor.
Absolutely. That's a free bottle vendor right there. You might as well go pick that up. Save yourself the hassle of having to farm for rupees later, maybe. Oh!
We got a sword.
Absolutely. There's our fighter sword. So early sword. We have the lamp. I guess I wonder the question is, do we get a... Oh, we actually do have the Cane of Bruna. So... do we get the Moon Pearl? Or... do we go to Aga?
Well, we certainly have a lot of checks before we will figure that out.
Absolutely. It's still a good possibility that we'll find the pearl at some point here, but we do have enough, I believe, to get the Aga there with the sword, the lamp, and the Cane of Bruna. So that's something just as a runner you're thinking about.
We got Fisher Price My First Shield, Piece of Hearts, 5 arrow upgrade, and $5. Now, I believe with Aga, I think it has to be cape. I don't think Cane of Bryan works cape? On that. Yeah, I don't think it works on that.
I think that makes sense. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see then, do we get a cape first? Do we get a Master Sword? Or do we get a pearl?
Moon Pearl.
So indeed, that will be very interesting to see here. There's a heart on the bottle vendor. I think that's a good find for $100.
Yep. Numberplay, unfortunately, is going to have to go buy bombs. saltyphry did get an 8-bomb drop on his way to Kakariko, so he's going straight for the well. We got blue mail.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I wonder if that means we're going to find the pearl here soon. There's a bee in a bottle, so we will be able to get the sick kid check here. Another bottle.
with another bottle and red mail.
And the flippers. Oh my goodness.
Okay. This well.
Well. Isn't that value? My goodness.
There's a third bottle in the chicken hut.
Welcome to Kakariko Village, home of the bottle.
The bottle vendor had a. This must be the scene where the bottle vendor was stashing all those bottles he's been holding us for all this time.
Indeed. I'm gonna laugh if the fourth bottle's right here. That'd be great.
Nah, just
Nope.
$20.
Nah. Shoot.
So, I don't know what this means when we got 10-minute red mail, but...
Well... It's fairly nice to have that if you're gonna end up in the Dark World with only 4 hearts.
This is true.
Because those Dark World enemies, they do not scale down based upon having early access. There was the Cane of
Whoa!
Samaria Boots Lock.
Boots lock Cane of Samaria.
We'll get to see what's at the end of the maze race. Oh, there it is!
There's our Moon Pearl and our Dark World access.
Bingo bango. We've got ourselves an Aga Dead Seed. Well, yeah, we're pretty much completely dead at this point, I think.
The only thing is neither runner checked Lumberjack cave, so
yes, that's right.
that is still a mystery to us.
Correct. So if for some reason the game decides to put something of value on Lumberjack Ledge, boy, that would be trolly.
Which is interesting because it's one of those things that, you know, early on, that was a standard check that a lot of runners would do coming out of Sanctuary, and more I've been seeing runners completely just bypass Lumberjack Ledge until they have the ability to check it or have run out of options.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of runners start to do that. Just, I guess it's a little bit quicker because Lumberjack Ledge is kind of a one-off check. It's kind of awkwardly out of the way, so you probably do save a bit of time just routing around it. But for me, I've always liked to play with having the most amount of knowledge, so I probably will keep checking it just because I'm stubborn.
Yep, we have a heart container in the dam.
Indeed. Now we're going to get to lower the water levels here and see what is hiding in the marshy pond. Indeed, that is Sankheart because it did fill up everybody's... Oh, the book!
We have literacy.
A little
also
stocky
means-
literacy.
That also means desert pending boots is full clearable at this point.
Indeed, and boy, we are certainly opening up everything in the light world here. We got flippers, we got book, hammer. It's definitely a wide open seat here for our runners to kind of pick and choose where they want to go.
And speaking of which, Numberplay, instead of going to Mini Trolldorm Cave, is going right for Aegina's Cave and Desert. So we're going to see what 5 items he missed. Not being one of them!
Okay, well, now we have access to all 3 dungeons. You know, I get the feeling saltyphry may be heading up to Death Mountain very soon here. And just a little bit of love on the Lake Hilly Island.
All right. saltyphry is going to show us what's a hobo. Numberplay is going to do the first chest in Desert. It's a 5-arrow upgrade, so that means we're boots locked.
Yep. I think Numberplay is realizing that and is gonna just kind of walk down here to the right side, hop on out, check Aegina's Cave, and be on his merry way. That's a good bit of info to have, actually. Just to kind of know that you definitely need the boots for 2 items. Saltyphry regular flippering into Waterfall Cave, finding 300 rupees and a little bit of love. A whole lot of love, actually.
We also have a piece of chivalry in the Guinness Cave.
So we'll probably see Numberplay. Maybe hook a left out of here. No, not yet.
He's gonna probably head right back to Mini Trolldorm Cave and get that hook shot.
That's a good play. So Desert was not necessarily a bad play. Unless we find the boots like right here in Zora, then maybe it was kind of like a, well, we should have checked that first, but still not bad.
Nope. Instead, it's a 1% return on investment.
Wah, wah.
And saltyphry is so offended he's not even taking that 1% return.
I guess you could say it was a pawn Zora.
That is possible.
Oh, and there's a magic cape.
We have a magic cape.
I'm pretty sure chat right now is like, oh, we got the cape. That means it could still be aggro required for an item on Lumberjack Ledge. Wouldn't it be great if Ice Rod was up there or something and it was required?
Well, we will unfortunately have to wait and see, because neither runner has checked Lumberjack Ledge yet.
That would just, as a runner, I think that just breaks your heart. You know, you go through everything and you go to Lumberjack Ledge and you still haven't done Aghanim and you're just like, oh, there's something up there. I gotta go do that now. Oh!
Alright, we got Master Sword, Triple Bombs, and 50 bucks in Sahasrah's closet. Saltyphry gonna nope out from there. And an Ice Rod Cave, Red Shield.
Indeed. I believe Salty's gonna be making the trip up to Desert Death Mountain. So that means too, with what Numberplay knows is on the ledge there, we've got full shield here available.
Yep, because we saw the other shield at Desert Ledge, so if you do want to go get Riot Shield, it is available.
Absolutely. Numberplay gonna be making the little trip around here to go check the Lake Hilly Island and the Hobo. Hobo will disappoint. And then up to Zora, while Saltyphry going through the dark tunnel to Death Mountain.
Chat was hoping that Saltyphry would have done a lumberjack check, but decided not to. Now, with that hammer and the hook shot, Hera is full clearable.
Indeed. So I think Saltyphry will kind of route around, get the East Death Mountain stuff taken care of, and then after taking care of Spectacle Rock, of course, but then just route back around, kind of snake his way around to get to Tower of Hera. Pretty much be able to go ahead and full clear the whole mountain at this point. Or at least have an idea of what's up here. So just 2 big 20s inside and on top of Spectacle Rock.
And actually, they can check Ether Tablet. Saltyphry forgetting he doesn't have the mirror. You're not going to be able to get up there that way.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's doing Spike Cave.
And doing a check as well.
All right, Meyer is the red other 5/6 crystal. We have Green Pendant Turtle Rock, and then we had Skullwoods and Pod are the other 5/6 crystals.
Absolutely. So they're 100% going to need those boots for both of the boots locked items at this point. Both to get into Desert Palace and to get that Key to Samaria off the library bookshelf.
And mirror. Well, there's the mirror. It's in Spike Cave.
You know what? I like that play too because you have the potion to be able to go ahead and do that. So why not? Why not go ahead and walk it? You're up there. You got the mirror now, so saltyphry making some great decisions on his routing at this point.
And now saltyphry is going to show us the 7 items of Paradox Cave.
Indeed. Sometimes you just go with your gut, and your gut tells you to go to the right place. And Salty's been doing a pretty good job of that so far here.
Meanwhile, we're going to see Numberplay heading for Dark World and Hype Cave. With how much hype we've had so far, I gotta think Hype Cave's going to be pretty low today.
I do too. I think it's going to be kind of a disappointment cave, probably like a 1 or a 2 at best. There's not really a big chance of it being something important, right?
You never know. So far, nothing in Paradox Cave.
Yeah, because the trash is all going to be somewhere. Trash just does not just disappear.
Well, 300 bucks to start. Piece of heart. 50 bucks. 5 bomb upgrade. And piece of heart. Like 300 bucks maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, looks like Paradox Cave also turning out to be a disappointment for saltyphry. Just finding again a bunch of rupees, a couple of heart pieces, and I think an upgrade here or there, but nothing that says progression.
Not at all. Especially when both runners have already done their Zora checks. That 300 bucks wouldn't help with Zora. But saltyphry gonna head to Hera.
And Stumpy has let us down again. Thanks, Stumpy. He's gonna go check the ether tablet first.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So with the Tower of Hera, we'll be pretty much cleared out of just a single arrow.
You know what? Chat pointed out that we missed. Das Boots are on the floating island.
So for Boots access, we are going to need that second lift upgrade to be somewhere. And
so, all right.
Small heart?
A big heart, actually. So basically, here's the chain of logic that we're at right now. You need Titan's Mitts to get to Boots. Boots will then get you access to Desert, and then also the Cane of Samaria, which gets you access to Mire.
Absolutely. But, of course, we don't have the flute, so you can't get ye Mire.
Yeah, there is that flute we still have to find. How could I forget that flute?
Yeah, it happens.
All right, small key there.
Meanwhile, Numberplay looks like head to Village of Outcasts. Some very, very interesting routing decisions here from Number.
All right, just a piece of heart in the chess game, and it is Troll Dorm time for saltyphry.
Hello, Trodor, my old friend. Hopefully not tonight. We don't want to go there.
Saltyphry using sword spins gets it done.
Absolutely. And just a
And
map.
which means we got a coffee break coming.
Yep. Good time to put another pot up to boil there. Maybe tea. Tea break, coffee break, whatever you'd like to whatever kind of beverage you'd like to have. You don't discriminate. Meanwhile, Numberplay making the journey through Thieves Town, looking for anything of value, only finding a big 20 there.
And then there were 10 arrows in the first 10 arrows in that first chest, so 2 of the 4 items we've already found in Thieves Town. The big chest is going to be in one of the other 2.
Absolutely gonna have that big key, and then who knows what else in that 4th chest at this point. Well, saltyphry is going ahead and doing the coffee break. Is set up properly, won't glitch out, so all good.
And there's the 3rd item. It's just $5.
Yikes, that's not a good sign to see.
All right, coffee break done for saltyphry.
Numberplay is going to the back here. Probably going to be full clearing this dungeon, I would assume.
And just a big 20 in the coffee break room. Well, this is a crystal, so Numberplay would have cleared this no matter what.
Yeah, probably better to get it taken care of now than to wait. You've got potions, you've got Cane of Burna, you've got red mail, fire shield. You're pretty solidly stacked for this fight.
All right, saltyphry. This is unfortunately a forced walk of shame through the spiral cave since the boots are on the floating island. We're going to need those Titan's mitts in order to be able to get to it. All right, that's the 4th item in Thieves Town, just a 5 arrow upgrade. So all you're finding in value in Thieves Town is a crystal.
That'll be actually nice for Numberplay. We'll just have to go ahead and walk through here, go get blind, bring them back up, do the fight, do the little dance, get your crystal, get out.
Get down tonight?
Pretty much. I believe saltyphry will be joining Numberplay here in the Village of Outcasts very shortly.
Yeah, Numberplay will have a little bit of advantage having saltyphry will have a little bit of advantage because of having the Master Sword, but with blind, it's all one hit, regardless of what sword level you have.
Yeah, blind does not care for your sword level damages, only about the pure numbers. Oh, blind, your puns, they are so amusing.
All right, that's phase 1 down for Numberplay.
Phase 2. I think one more hit to go after this. There we go.
There we go.
So saltyphry going in, Numberplay going out.
All right, so at this point, neither runner's gone into Eastern. Still missing the bow. Neither runner has gone into Skullwoods, but that is a pendant, and we're still missing the fire rod. We are boots locked out of desert. So It's going to be very interesting to see what route the runners go next. I have to think at some point soon, Numberplay is going to have to go up to Death Mountain, because that's where for him, with what's left on the table for him, that's where the biggest concentration of items are.
I think so. Not a whole lot left here. Maybe just trying to go ahead and clear up a lot of these early locations. 10 arrows on the Lumber Cave ledge. Maybe heading up to Death Mountain now. Yeah, starting from Sanctuary, so that's probably a pretty good sign that that's the case.
Realistically, if you're starting a Sanctuary at this point, and you're already in that part of the Dark World, you're probably either Death Mountain or might we see a Lumberjack check?
Indeed, Jax. And you got Robot Eater for a moment. The Silence, I've got you. Oh no. But actually, Lumberjack Ledge check here from Numberplay. Gonna go ahead and do this probably before going up to Death Mountain.
Well, that's what I was saying while the robots were getting me, but it's either a 10 arrow or a upgrade that is not important, so Aga is officially dead at this point.
Indeed. Congratulations, you defeated the robots. We're glad you're here. So indeed, that will finish off Aga requirement. And Numberplay will be getting a lot of these Death Mountain locations checked that saltyphry has already grabbed.
All right. Well, while we're retracing our steps through both of these locations, let's take a moment to give a shout out to both Numberplay and saltyphry, and tell you guys that you should definitely be giving them a follow on Twitch if you haven't. They're putting on quite the show for us tonight, and they deserve your follows.
Absolutely. Always a great idea to follow our runners. Especially when you get into the top 64 here, you're getting into not just the best of the best, but people that have already been battle tested in this bracket stage and made it on through. So definitely good runners to follow.
So chat asking, pedestal can only be flute.
Correct.
Yeah. Either that or the medallion needed for Meyer. That's about it. Now, what's going to be interesting here is that we know the mirror is in Spike Cave. So it's going to be interesting to see if Numberplay does decide to head to check Spike Cave while he's here, knowing he's got the hammer and the cane of Brian.
Indeed, it'll be very interesting.
Chen Mango asking, why am I saying Meyer specifically? It's because Meyer is a crystal. So if the medallion for Meyer is not the same as for Turtle Rock, then that medallion can be on the pedestal.
That's a valid point, because of the fact that any item that's going to be needed to complete a pedestal dungeon can't be an item that's on the pedestal, because you reach a logic failure and the game can't be completed. And thankfully with V29, I believe pretty much all of those situations have been kind of ironed out, so it's not really something that our runners are too worried about at this point.
Chad also pointing out Bombos could also be there if that's your means to get into Ice Palace.
Absolutely. You could have a situation where the Fire Rod is within, say, Misery Mire or Ice Palace, and Bombos is needed to get into both.
Well, the Fire Rod couldn't... If you need a... If we're saying Bombos could be on pedestal, then
yeah.
Fire Rod can't be an Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's a good point. Or it could be a fetch quest item too for progression. So it could be powder, it could be mushroom. And Numberplay going ahead, completing Tower of Hera now. And saltyphry makes some more checks here, and Overworld kind of wraps around and does some of these location checks that we haven't seen yet from Numberplay. And Salty does have the mirror, so we get to see South the Grove Cave, aka K45. And it's Bombos.
Well, there's that Bombos medallion we were talking about.
And of course, Salty's going to go up and be disappointed by Stumpy, as is tradition.
Left out of the list of places that I was saying that the runners could go at this point is we do have access to Pod. We can't full clear it, but we can get into Pod.
Indeed, and our runners do have a potion, so they could do Potion Glitch if they want to. I think Salty's going to go ahead and go to Bombo's tablet to start with.
I mean, you got the mirror, you got all the means to do it. I certainly would. Saltyphry has also not been to Desert, so Salty does not know that we are currently boots locked in Desert.
I'm kind of getting a feeling that I think the Titansmiths are going to be the just the big 20 there in Bombos, but I feel like the Titansmith, based on what we know they're locking, are probably going to be the next big find that we run across here, and that will just kind of open up a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, as Chris was saying in the chat there, I think its next progression is the Titansmiths.
And actually, I was forgetting, with Saltyphry having the mirror, Swamp Palace is also in play. In fact, with that being a crystal dungeon, I probably would be heading for Swamp.
So I feel like Numberplay may go ahead and make the call to do. Oh, missing out on the coffee break a little bit. Gonna have to use the sword straps.
Yep.
I feel like Spike Cave may be the next play following the completion here of Tower of Hera. How about that? Using the boomerang throws to take care of the tiles instead of the sword charge.
Certainly gets the job done either way. Alright, so now we're going to see Numberplay set up a Death Warp. Saltyphry heading back for the Dark World. We'll see which way he decides to go from there.
Probably a Hype Cave and then maybe down to Swamp Palace.
Oh yeah, Saltyphry went to Bombos tablet, so did not do Hype Cave. He will be sorely disappointed once he goes in there.
Indeed. Numberplay going to be going over to that Ether tablet. Will also be disappointed. Lonely Arrow sits here.
And then heading for Spiral Cave. We'll see if Numberplay decides to, after Spiral Cave, head for Spike Cave. Because that is where the mirror is, and Saltyphry heading that direction looks like he's heading for Swamp Palace.
Indeed, as you pointed out, Jack's probably the best play to make right now, simply because A, it's a crystal, B, there's a whole bunch of chests in there to check. Yeah,
Six items specifically in Swamp Palace.
got a little ahead of himself there. Went ahead and just walked in without flipping the switch. Easy mistake to make.
Chat wondering where the Master Sword was. It was in Sahasrala's closet. And Numberplay not going for Spike Cave, going to be missing out on that mirror. And, well, Numberplay will head for Sahasrala's closet and get that Master Sword, but I wonder if Numberplay will also continue on into Eastern Palace.
Might be the case. And there could be progression there that we've just not seen yet because everybody was making the play not to go there at the start. First chest opening up inside of Swamp Palace is a map.
Numberplay getting that Master Sword and then heading for Eastern.
Again, we're kind of seeing each player go ahead and make the plays based on what's available on their map that they think it is best.
To your earlier point, though, we certainly Titan's Mitts pretty much are the one item that's going to kind of open this seed up because that gets us access to boots. It gets access to Canis Samaria. Flute really doesn't do anything for us until we get Titan's Mitts.
Absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see what is hanging out here in Swamp Palace versus Eastern Palace, starting off with the map on Numberplay side. saltyphry about to go grab chest number 2 out of the Swamp Palace here. And it's a single rupee.
And just a single green rupee.
Absolutely. I bet we will probably see the skip, and do see the left side skip.
Now, at this point of finding the map, there is more likely than not there is going to be an item on left side because it's either the compass and the big key, but then you need that for the big chest holding an item. So we're going to be full clearing Swamp Palace at this point.
Yeah, can't leave any stone unturned this early in the race with so many items still to find. Would be a disaster to skip something, trying to save some time and not finding it. Just a little bit of love and some bombs there. So I believe we're at 3 items of the 6.
There's a heart container there. saltyphry gonna head to Argus.
All right, so yeah, we've got 2 dungeon items and 2 regular items left to find at this point.
All right, so with finding the map and compass in Eastern, the big key is going to be in its vanilla location, which means the Armos Knights will have an item.
That's indeed correct. And hello, Argus. I'm gonna be using regular sword strats, actually.
No menu simulator today.
Nope, Numberplay about to go grab that big key, and then we'll probably make his way to the big chest, open it up, we'll see what's in there, and we'll get a save and quit, and it'll be very interesting to see where he heads next.
All right, Argus down for saltyphry. Big chest, the mushroom.
And Argus having the big key. So saltyphry will get a chance to dip in here.
I actually, and actually, I know some people in chat were wondering about, you know, doing left side anyway, but there's a reason why I would have still done left side. Wait, saltyphry, you still have some items in Swamp Palace.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Salty making a huge gamble at this point. That there's the 2 items that are left there are not necessary. I don't know that I would make that decision. But Numberplay going to go ahead and turn in the mushroom. And we'll get to see if this is anything of value. Nope, just a big 20.
And got a hard reset to save that mushroom for a fake powder glitch.
I like that call. It's a good call. Yep, you just check dig spot, but Numberplay is about to go do that.
Oh, Titan's mitts on the pyramid ledge.
saltyphry making just another good guess here, and it pays off. He's gonna go get those boots now, as well as whatever's in the dark world.
And just a big 20 at the dig spot.
Indeed. So boots, cane, whatever's hiding out in Hookshot Cave, whatever's in Super Bunny Cave, all of that's just going to be cleared out right now. And we'll get a glimpse at probably what's on TR.
Meanwhile, Numberplay heading. That looks like a play for Pod.
Yep. Still skipping the one place he needs to be, but is going to go ahead and find. Perhaps we'll get a check here of Pyramid as well. Maybe find those Titan's mitts on there.
I doubt the way he routed it. I doubt he'll do Pyramid Ledge. If he was gonna do Pyramid, Bowen. There's the D in Super Bunny Cave.
saltyphry, please. We need to be talking about stuff, and you're just finding everything all of a sudden. Yeah, you were probably right on that, Jex. We may get a check after he goes into Pod here and completes as much as possible, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get one right away.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see what's in Hookshot Cave first. Big 20 there to start. Our container. $20.
And
$300, but more importantly, gonna go get those boots on the floating island. Bombos was in fact Turtle Rock, but what I was trying to get to with Numberplay was if Numberplay was gonna route Pyramid Ledge before Pod, you would have taken the portal above Swamp Palace, but going the way he routed, you're going more out of the way to go to Pyramid Ledge.
right, that's a valid point. And boots for saltyphry, which will turn into probably a check of Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb as well, I would assume. Nope, maybe not yet.
Probably going to get that Cane of Samaria and then also route in or go the other way I was thinking he was going to go. Bo, Eastern Palace, finish that off.
Well, that's not a bad decision either.
Meanwhile, Numberplay going to use the potion glitch to see what 2 items are on the left, or on the Bowlock side, I should say. Yeah, that's an interesting way to do it. Normally, you just try to walk all the mimics off, but putting the red mimic on the off the screen and then just slashing the other ones to death.
And that works. It works, you know. They're still dead. They're still off the screen.
All right, but 2 small keys in that bow locked portion.
So we've got 3 keys out front, which means that there's 1 more key and 2 more items.
All right, there's the map in the vanilla big key chest. Followed by Quake.
Yeah, this is not the best situation for Numberplay right now with all of the extra items in advance that saltyphry has.
Yeah, that mirror being in Spike Cave really has kind of made the difference in the race so far. Numberplay forgetting to hit the switch. Realistically, I think the only way Numberplay has a chance to get back in this, if that Quake medallion is what's needed for Meyer in order to force saltyphry into pod. Because at this point, with everything that saltyphry has found, Ice Palace is certainly full clearable at this point. He's about to finish off Eastern. Boots means Desert is full clearable. We really just need the... We're all in terms of go mode, we just need the flute and whatever medallion we need for Meyer.
Yep, so looks like Meyer will probably be crystal number 7 for our runners at this point. We'll see Salty go ahead and take care of Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, and I would assume Ice Palace as well.
Yeah, and it'd be real... Sorry, that's me, not robotic. That's me just thinking on the fly instead of getting robot vice again. You know what would really give Numberplay a chance in this race is if that flute is in the left side of Swamp.
Boy, if that's the case, that could certainly be the case. It's somewhere in Swamp and saltyphry has to go back and get it. But boy, if that's where that flute is, Numberplay would have an absolute heck of a chance of taking back a ton of time.
Chad also pointing out we did find powder in the dark basement of Pod. Numberplay also setting up a death warp.
And that's crystal number 4 for saltyphry. Unfortunately, just finding bombs.
All right. I imagine doing the death warp the way Numberplay did. Now we're going to see that pyramid check from him and Numberplay get those Titan's mitts. saltyphry, meanwhile, having the Titan's mitts is going to give us a flanctuary check.
This could actually be a good thing for Numberplay to find those mitts. Might point in the direction of going back up to Death Mountain and going to do the Dark World side of Death Mountain, which could lead to a Spike Cave route. I think at this point, if you're going to go back up to Death Mountain and go to the Dark World side, you may as well do Spike Cave if you're still looking for an important item.
You would certainly think. All right,
Yeah,
Flank Shwari not having anything. Numberplay is going to get those Titans bits.
So that's a good sign here.
Malachris in chat pointing out, that mirror realistically has not held Numberplay back from anything at this point. So, we keep couching that he needs to go get that mirror, but so far it hasn't really caused that much of a problem for Numberplay. It's more... sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say he's going to go up here at Catfish, it looks like.
Yeah, the thing is for Numberplay, it's kind of been more avoiding doing pod and kind of avoiding where sorry, trying to collect my thought. Numberplay doing pod and just kind of not getting as lucky with item locations as saltyphry has.
Yeah, saltyphry has been making some routing decisions that have been very beneficial. Just on pure happenstance, happening to run into the right locations with the right items at the right time. And we're gonna see a fake powder.
Yep, as well as a catfish check. All right, 5 bomb upgrade from the catfish. $20 from the bat.
Numberplay is going up to Death Mountain. This could be the good play that he needs to get some of those items.
Ooh, and Numberplay getting dead rocked.
And saltyphry is going to be going over to Desert Palace at this point to get that 5th crystal.
Yep. We still have to find the 2 items in Desert, as well as Crystal on Lamellus. Numberplay also going to get that bow that's in Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, this will be a very, very solid routing here. Getting bow, boots, and hopefully mirror. Actually, yeah, chat pointing out that the boots are mirror locked, so presumably if Numberplay is going to come all the way up here to check Hookshot Cave, probably will check Spike Cave as well.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
There's the bow.
All right, so mirror is in Spike Cave. Just for those asking in chat. All right, we found all the dungeon items in Desert. So the big chest will have an item, Lamellus will have an item. All right. Big moment for the race here is going to be, does Numberplay decide to do Spike Cave right after this, or does he save and quit? He falls off, walks out. That's got to mean he's going for Spike Cave.
I think so.
That's going to feel awful. Having just done Hookshot Cave, then go into Spike Cave and get the mirror, and then realize you got to go back to Hookshot Cave to get the boots.
Yeah, it's just going to be pure frustration more than anything else. Be like, really? I got to go all the way back now to do this?
All right, I didn't see anything in the big chest of Desert. There's the rage slashes that we thought were coming.
He is frustrated. But I'm going to get those boots now. And yep, just a piece of heart in the big chest.
All right, so at this point, saltyphry has I would say, a distinct advantage at this point, but it all comes down to where that flute is. saltyphry, for those that just joined us, did skip left side swamp, so if that flute happens to be in left side swamp, that could make a difference in this race. saltyphry trying to go hammer strats on Lamulus. Oh, but saltyphry's got to be careful. Only 2 hearts left. Gets it done. All right, let's see what this item is. Just a compass.
Yeah.
So I must have missed the second item then.
And the search continues for the flutes. Where could it be? And there's also a possibility that that fire rod is required if the key is in a specific location there on the right side of Ganon's tower.
Required by logic. You would think both of our runners are adept enough at bomb jumping to
Yes.
do that.
Bomb jumping with the lamp. Very interesting strat to see. It's not always easy to do, but it's really cool when you get to see it pulled off.
All right, saltyphry heading for Ice Palace. Numberplay heading for Swamp. To reiterate, saltyphry skipped left side Swamp. If flute or the medallion for Meyer is on the left side of Swamp, that's going to be huge for this race.
Absolutely, that will be very, very bad news for Salty. Perhaps we'll see him go back there to start with if we don't find what we're looking for here in Ice Palace.
Now, it should also be pointed out that Argus does have the big key, so either way, the seed would require you to go back in to do a full check of Swamp Palace. Unless, like, the compass was there and there were 2 items on the left side.
It's a very interesting question. Will we see Numberplay make the same decision as saltyphry did? Will we see a full clear here?
I mean, realistically, no, there's still plenty of... All right, so we've got Ice Palace, we got left side Swamp. Numberplay did pod, Quake was there. We've got the Jeremiah route. We've got Graveyard Ledge that hasn't been checked. And Turtle Rock is in play at this point.
Indeed. Bombos, for those wondering in chat, Bombos was in South of Grove Cave / Cave 45. Yeah, that's also what I was thinking, Chadrin pointing out that Numberplay may take the gamble here with that late mirror, believing And he's way behind at this point.
All right, well, Numberplay is going to go for Argus first. And then we'll see what Numberplay decides to do after beating Argus.
There's a little bit of love for saltyphry. It's not what he wants to see right now.
Nope. There's the big key.
Here's the compass.
Should be noted that flute and if ether happens to be what is needed for Meyer, those are the two things that are the only two things left that could be on the pedestal that will require this to be a pedestal seed. All right, second item, just a heart container. So 2 bits of love in Ice Palace so far. All right. Numberplay is into phase 2 of Argus.
About to have to make that decision here. Range, as you can see, there's the map. So it looks like I think the last item, if we haven't found it yet, may be on Cold Stare.
Yep.
Numberplay's got a decision to make.
Let's see if Numberplay does go back in. Survey says he goes back in. So we will see if the flute or ether are in here. We don't know what the medallion is yet for Meyer because we don't have the flute, but we're still waiting to see. Now, remember, saltyphry left side swamp unchecked. But there's the ice rod! So if Turtle Rock is required, that could be a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, what if the pendant or the medallion we're looking for, or the flute, is the green pendant turn in?
Oh, that's right. Turtle Rock is the green pendant. All right, third item was a piece of heart. So just a lot of love in Ice Palace, but no items for progression. That is 6 crystals for saltyphry. We are waiting for flute and then the requisite medallion to get into Meyer.
Indeed. So we've got one more dungeon item. The compass is hanging out on the left side, and then there's one more regular item as well for our runner to uncover. Numberplay is going to find it. I think in this one, the only thing that could be on the medallion is actually ether or flute.
All right, first chest, left side. Compass. Moment of truth. Is this ether medallion? Okay. Left side. 2 potential items that could be problematic for saltyphry.
Yep. And Numberplay is going to go pick up that Bombos now. It looks like he's going to be heading up to K45.
All right, small key to start in Skull Woods, which is where saltyphry headed. There's another small key there.
So Numberplay is good to go for Meyer. Probably will be getting the cane here in just a moment.
Mighty Span cheering 1,000 bits. Thank you very much.
There we go. Keen Samaria find.
Right. Neon Tiger, you also cheered 150 bits as well.
Sure did. I got him sitting around here. I might as well. Spread the love a little bit.
Ooh, we're also gonna get a pedestal check from saltyphry. All his Roy left is flute on pedestal.
Nope, it's arrow storage.
Yeah,
I got the robots back.
Of course, I get robot voice right as I try to hype up the non-hypeable pedestal.
Beep bop boop. Ped check fail.
But there's the flute!
Wow. I think saltyphry may be getting this very quickly though, because this will be the next play. He's gonna go down here and grab these, so he'll have the flute in just a moment.
Looks like saltyphry's heading for Bumper Cave.
And indeed, at about 1 hour and 12 minutes, by the way, Numberplay is tentatively, unless we need the fire rod, in go mode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you join us. It is time once again for the playing of the National Swag Duck Anthem. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the goose is loose.
Prowl is on the prowl. Quail is on the trail. And I believe Numberplay will be going right to Meyer.
All right, here's the moment of truth. Is Ether or Quake needed for Meyer access? It is
Quake.
Quake.
He's got to go to pod.
Pod was required.
Numberplay is going to be able to finish Misery Meyer first, and will have the ability to mirror out and immediately go do Desert Palace. Just has to get the big heat.
So at this point, we can officially say at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 52 seconds, Numberplay is in go mode.
Absolutely. And now the question becomes, what does saltyphry do now? Probably going to see the hammer pegs, which will get him the flute. He's going to find out the hard way that he's going to need Quake. Where does he go to find Quake?
All right, small key to start a Meyer. And 2 small keys, so no Godmire today. Saltyphry is going to get that flute. Groglocks cheer 250 bits. Thank you very much.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Should be noted that, as Iago Luch mentioning in chat, we are still at Master Sword Silverless at this point.
Man, that is a brutal fight. I have no doubt that the runners can both do it, but you really don't want to have to do this unless you absolutely cannot find a sword upgrade or the silver arrows.
Mighty Spend cheering 256 bits. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, you've got cape, you've got boots, so you have some easy ways to take on Vitreous, but he would certainly want those silver arrows. Make it the quickest fight possible.
And saltyphry about to find out the bad news. He's going to need one more thing to be able to get into go mode here.
Yeah, he's going to see the pod is Quake, or that it's Quake. We know it's in pod.
Oh,
well, there's tempered. There's Tempered Sword and half magic.
Those are very nice finds. So Numberplay is starting to make up some of that time that he is behind right now. Still has a long way to go. Whoa!
And butter and checkerboard cave.
Yeah, if Salty goes to pod and gets that Quake medallion, he's still very solidly ahead with all of those finds. And that is the play he's making.
All right. So Saltyphry will be getting that Quake medallion and get into go mode. Numberplay, unfortunately, still has 3 crystals left to get after this. So
Eastern's mostly clear. Ice Palace is not. Desert Palace will be fairly quick too.
Now it is go mode, ice and desert. Although you wonder if Numberplay will keep checking, trying to find either silvers or tempered or butter.
I don't know. Unfortunately, we know that he's not going to find tempered or butter unless he goes to the shed right now.
But pulling out the mirror the way he is, I think he's going to mirror as soon as he gets out and then go straight to deserts, which means he'll probably miss Mire Shed and Checkerboard.
Yep.
That's going to be having the butter sword even with Silverless is going to be a huge difference.
Going to be a monster difference for Saltyphry.
And there's Quake for Saltyphry, and immediately he's in go mode at 1 hour, 19 minutes, 15 seconds. Mirrors out.
Yep, he's got 1 dungeon left to do in go mode. Numberplay's got 3. So this is looking like it's a bit of a hill to climb here for Numberplay.
All right, so now is usually a good time that I like to point out that there is a game that we like to play when we get to Ganon's Tower. We're not starting that game yet. However, if you do want to partake in the game that we're not starting yet, that you need to either be subscribed to one of our 5 speed gaming channels. Actually, we now have 6 speed gaming channels, or have donated 250 bits to one of those speed gaming channels. If so, once saltyphry completes Vitreous and gets the 7th crystal, that is then the game when we start the game that we're not starting yet. And Gamer Blue pointing out that GT Big Key could still be on the right side, locked by the fire rod. And if that's the case, you wonder if either of these runners have done those bomb jumps before.
It's a good question to ask. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Numberplay having a little bit of problem with ice rod strats on Lamulus. The Boro cheering us 250 bits. Thank you very much. All right, there's the big key for saltyphry. And Numberplay is going to flute away and miss out on those 2 sword upgrades.
He's got to go ahead and take care of Eastern Palace here. He's still got to do Ice Palace after this too, unfortunately.
Yeah, kind of. It was a little bit of help for Numberplay that it was Quake needed for needed to get into Mire, but it probably would have been a much bigger difference if it was Ether, because that was what was on left side swamp that saltyphry skipped.
Yeah, it probably would have been a lot bigger deal, because I think saltyphry probably goes ahead and clears out most of pod and takes all that extra time. But with it being right up front there in pod, that was extremely beneficial.
All right, here we go. All right, Vitreous is down 4 saltyphry, getting that compass and crystal number 7. So there are 22 locations where that Ganon's Tower big key can be in the basement of Ganon's Tower. If you want to participate in our game, you need to guess a number between 1 and 22 where you think the Ganon's Tower big key could be. In order to get on the leaderboard, you need to have donated either 250 bits or subscribe to one of these speed gaming channels. Neon Tiger, your guess, please.
Well, I think unfortunately, first bad news, bot appears to be down. But we can play along at least hopefully here. I'm gonna guess number 12, randomizer room. How about you, Jax?
I will go number. I'll go number 4.
Number 4. So you're hoping. So I guess we're both assuming that it's not going to be an issue with the fire rod here.
All right, well, we'll still play the game even though the bot is down.
And just start spamming numbers. No, please. How will we ever keep track of it if you spam all the numbers?
Either way, guesses are officially closed at this point. Kinda, even though we don't have the bot. Saltyphry is going to do right side first. Again, without the fire rod. Number 1, small key. 2, piece of heart. And without that fire rod, going to go left side as expected. Number 3, $5.
All right, here comes number 4.
All right, number 4, $20, $5, $50, 6, $300, 7, small key.
On our way to double firebar room. Number 8 gonna be coming up here in just a moment as Numberplay working through Ice Palace as quickly as possible in go mode.
All right, number 8, 10 arrows. Very nicely done using the bloomerang and the hook shot to get across. Number 9, piece of heart.
All right, here we go. Number 10, one up here, making our way to rando room. My usual guess. Ten through 13, coming up right now.
Number 10. There it is!
There it is! So the answer was 10, and we did have somebody guess that. So Modus Ponus, I believe it's how you say your name.
Modus Poners, maybe?
Yes.
But anyway, go ahead.
Modus, congratulations. You did the thing. We're proud of you.
Yep. Unfortunately, the bot is not there, so we can't get you on the leaderboard. However, we do have something else we can offer to you.
What would that be, Jex?
We can offer you a year's supply of randomizer seeds. All you have to do is just go to ALTTPR.com and claim your prize. Offer only valid to version 30 of the randomizer. Offer also completely ignores the fact that anybody can go to ALTTPR.com and claim this prize. The randomizer is for everybody. However, please consult your doctor in case you see canes or swords randomly appearing in your house. Terms and conditions apply. Void where prohibited.
I love that so much. But also shout outs to everybody who put it inside of the random room. So there were 3 people that said 11 and 4 people, including myself, that guessed number 12. So congratulations to all of us. We had it in the right location. Just a matter of which chest got opened first. Offer only valid to dogs on the surface of Mars.
All right. Meanwhile, Numberplay is making his way to Ganon's tower, having picked up his 7th crystal.
Yep, gonna be quite a bit behind it here, but you never know what could happen. Stranger things have happened. There are no guarantees until you're through that door after the Ganon fight.
Very nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Saltyphry moving through what I like to call the most satisfying room in the game, part 1. And here's part 2.
Very nicely done. Yeah, at this point, the difference in Master Sword Silverless and Butter Silverless is going to be a huge trying to get for Numberplay to have any chance to get back into this.
Yeah, the odds are very, very much in Salty's favor at this point. Of course, that being said, you know, something weird could happen here. And Salty taking the absolute patience to go ahead and make sure, and having a little trouble with getting that 4th torch lit, but taking the absolute patience to make sure that he does not despawn the sprites in GT. Because boy, that's like the biggest mistake that could have been made that would have cost him a ton of time.
Yep. If you go up the ladder right as the room is closing, that will despawn all the enemies in Ganon's tower, and you'll have to start from the beginning. Saltyphry makes quick work of Trolldorm 2.
Numberplay now beginning the key search, and Saltyphry making his way up to Aga 2 right now. Nicely done, lining himself up to get a charge right through everything. And now it's time for some basic geometry with Aghanim.
Gets 1 to start there.
Good setup here.
And I think those hit at the same time, so I think we're still at 2, 3, 4. Oh! No. It was a double, because that triple means we have got 6 hits, and it is time for the big pig.
Absolutely. Get those griddles ready. We're getting pretty close to some bacon. Also, shout outs to Salty for the order being 1, 2, 3.
Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out.
Of course, here's Ganon. Hello, friend. Of course, we do keep ending up here. It is like deja vu all over again. And getting those spins in, already on to phase 2.
Yeah, that should be
a nice job here.
That should be phase 3 for Saltyphry.
Yep, getting those teleports in. Indeed, Gamer Blue mentioning the correct answer about why is the bird a bird in a dark world? because the bird is the inner self of the bird is also a bird. It is the most pure object in the game.
And
Arrows?
silver arrows were in Ganon's tower.
Probably in the big chest because trolley. That's why.
It's possible. Either way, with Silverless Ganon, it is 12 sword spins, whether it's butter or tempered. It is 24 if you've got Master Sword, though.
Oh, gotta be careful, though. Salty's a little low on health. Doing a good job so far.
Yeah, should only have a few more to go.
Gotta be getting close. Gotta be one or two more. There we go.
There we go. That should do it for saltyphry. We just gotta wait for him to go through the door.
Don't fall down.
And with that, saltyphry finishes with an official SRTV time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 21 seconds. Spam those GGs in chat.
Indeed. Absolutely. Very nice execution throughout from saltyphry. Very nice routing, paid off. A lot of really good choices in the early game, leading to a lot of important progression items. Got a little stump there looking for the flutes. Made a couple of risky gambles too, and they did not backfire.
All right, and joining us in chat is saltyphry. GG.
Thank you very much.
GG saltyphry. How you feeling right now?
Pretty good. Can't complain about how that went. I didn't have to deal with trying to go right side in GT. That was a little worrisome, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I do have one question for you. The gamble in of leaving left side swamp unchecked. Was there a specific reason for doing that?
When I went in there, I kind of had a feeling I was going to do that. Like, if I go in there that early, I kind of like to do that, so that way I kind of feel like I'm not losing too much time relative to possibly go moding it. If that was what was going to be how you were supposed to do it. Like, it was available so early, so I kind of wanted to go in there. At the same time, I wanted to do other stuff because there was a bunch of other stuff. And that was the other thing, is there was a bunch of other things I could do. Like, I figured at that point in time, I was going to go up to Pyramid, and well, I found the mitts there, but I was going to go over and do Eastern and Pod at that point in time too, until I found those mitts. So I felt like I had a lot of other stuff to do, and I always tend to skip the left side unless I feel like there's a good reason for me to go back.
Well, you should thank your lucky stars, because Ice Rod and Ether were the two items that were left in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I was slightly worried throughout a lot of it. I was really hoping, my God, don't be the flute back there, because that was the one I was kind of thinking I needed at that point in time, or after I found the flute, then I was thinking, like, oh, is it going to be Quake that was left there instead? So you always run that chance, but I guess it worked out this time, so I'm not going to complain.
Sure did. Speaking of working out, a lot of your routing choices ended up leading you to some really early progression. Just chains of finding items that were needed to get through the seed. Was there any kind of rhyme or reason, or were you just kind of following the logic at that point?
I just kind of went where I felt like I should go, really, right? Like, off the bat, like, I just kept went and kind of clearing crystals, or where there was crystals is kind of what it was. It didn't feel like there was anything really in the crystal dungeons, I don't think. It was just kind of stuff as I was traveling from one to another. Like, I went up to Death Mountain. It feels like maybe going into Spike Cave when I did probably paid off big.
It did.
Yeah, like that's one of those things. Like, how do you route that necessarily? Like, I felt like I had to go in there right then and there. Otherwise, I was never going to be able to get it in there with that first trip up the mountain. So I went in there right then and there. And I almost died in there too. If I did die, I probably wasn't going to go back. And who knows how this ends up if that happens.
Indeed, had a required mirror in there, and it also helped with some of the other checks as well. You got the early bombos to get into Ice Palace.
All right, I forgot that was mirror lock too. I didn't even think about that. Like that was one of the other reasons I went into swamp early, is because I got that mirror. I thought that might be kind of a leg up early, so I figured I'm like, let's check swamp, see if there's anything here, because like if there is, that could be even a bigger leg up at that point in time. But obviously swamp, at least what I checked of swamp, was empty.
And another good call, it was kind of a interesting call you made, but it turned out to be very beneficial. Checking Mire Shed and Checkerboard Cave. Getting you that Butter Sword and half magic.
Yeah, I was watching and I guess he didn't pick those up, well, it seemed like there was no reason not to at that point in time. Like I checked Mire, found out it was not Bombo, so I still had to go hunting for Quake. And so yeah, I checked those first. I thought, man, a lot of the time in these situations, that's what ends up happening. You get there, you find out it's not the medallion you have, and then it just ends up being right there in Mire Shed instead. It wasn't that case, so I ended up having to go to Pod instead. That was pretty lucky that just happened to be right there. But at that point in time, that seemed like the obvious play, because like everything else was kind of like 1 or 2 offs. At least there's like 5 items there, so that felt like the right place to go at that point in time.
And number play, of course, now on to Aga 2. Getting the 1 to start with.
One thing, saltyphry, I might have missed if Nihan had mentioned this, but one of the things that also kind of paid off for you, because you went to Mire not having Quake, that meant you did the Mire Shed check and the Checkerboard Cave, so you ended up with Butter Sword, where Numberplay is still stuck on Master Sword because Flute was his go mode item and just went right to Mire instead of doing those other checks.
Oh, I see. Okay, so he had gone into Pod much earlier then. I see. Yeah, that makes some sense.
Yeah, he went to Pod, did an early clear, found the Quake, and we were kind of wondering if it would be Quake or Ether there for Misery Mire access. He also had the Flute a little bit earlier, and we found it was Quake. It's kind of maybe just waiting on you to see when you would go into Pod and grab that.
Did he come across Fire Rod anywhere?
No, we don't know where Fire Rod is at all.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that right side big key. Like I practiced that before, and by practiced I mean I've looked up how to do it, tried about 20 times, got it once, and just kind of left it at that. So I've never done it in a race. I feel like I probably could do it if I have to, but who knows how many attempts it would have taken me is the question.
Yeah, that could have been a nightmare. Yeah, we were wondering about that ourselves, whether you and Numberplay knew how to do that. The lamp right side in GT with the bomb jump. So that kind of answers that question a little bit.
Yeah, I would have been able to do it if I had to, but it would have taken me who knows how many attempts. Unlike hovering, that's something I probably would have gotten. Like, I can pretend to try to hover, but I'm never going to actually hover anything.
And we're just watching Numberplay finish up here with the Master Sword Silverless Ganon.
I was kind of wondering for a while if it was headed towards that way, because it was just kind of sitting on Master Sword pretty much the whole game there, and then all of a sudden, yeah, Tempered and Butter, boom, boom, one after another.
And yeah, of course, the silvers being in GT as well at some point.
Felt like I was searching around for that flute for quite a while, but at the same time, I was constantly clearing dungeons. I was looking there and seeing, I was like, all right, 5 dungeons done an hour in, 6 dungeons done an hour 10, and that still feels awfully good when you got that much done at that point in time.
Yeah, I mean, it really, the way the seed gave you a whole bunch of items to start, and then kind of your luck finding Titan's Mitts when you did, which then led the chain to Boots and Cane of Samaria, meant you had all those dungeons to check. And so it just made sense that you were just going to do crystal dungeon after crystal dungeon.
It was actually a toss up in my mind as to whether I was going to go down to swamp or go up to pyramid. Had I gone up to pyramid and got the mid, who knows how much faster this could have even been at that point in time, because I might have been able to go mode swamp in that situation.
Absolutely. It's just one of those things that you don't realize how fast you could have gone until you're already done with the whole thing. You're like, I could have done this a little bit faster, but you know, still a pretty good time. 136 isn't too bad here for this seed.
Yeah, absolutely. It always helps when Turtle Rock's pretty much inaccessible.
And we're just watching Numberplay finish up here. Getting those sword spins in. Doing the hardest of the Ganon fights.
It looks like he's past the hardest part. This is just more the tedious part at this point in time.
Yeah. Hardest part's really that second phase when you get the fire bats.
Yeah, phase 4 just feels like it goes on forever with Master Sword.
So by the way, you've got that you got a 1-0 lead now in this best of 3. Just one more win away from the top 32.
It definitely feels good, and nice to have that little cushion going into the next race. So I can go in there.
Try and live up to your number 5 seed there, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a little over the top at the same time. Yeah.
It's all right. We were making fun. I got to commentate one of Blaine's matches earlier, and I kind of got in a little ribbon about him being number 1 on the thing. So yeah, definitely a pretty good match though. Really swung only by a few routing differences that led you to some of those early progression items, like the Titan's Mitt, like the mirror. It had a Numberplay.
Did he end up going Dark World before Death Mountain? Kind of the idea. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, the option if like Thief Town was a crystal I could complete, or Hera. Like in that situation, I prefer to go to Hera just because it's generally easier. Like I know I'm not gonna die. I can get some extra hearts up there, and who knows what other safeties. So that's generally my thinking there. Is just like go to the much easier dungeon in that situation.
Indeed, a Numberplay about to finish up here. We will get our official time in just a moment. Numberplay is
That
finished.
time.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
All
Numberplay
right.
is finished with a 1 hour, 47 minute, and 36 second time on SRTV. And we will work on going ahead and getting Numberplay in here in just a moment. Much respect. That was a very tough seed for Number.
And we have Numberplay joining us in chat. GG.
GG. Oh my god.
GG. That was a tough seed for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I bet I hit go mode first, but that Master Sword killed my run.
You actually did get into go mode first, because you did pod before saltyphry did, and so when you got the flute, that did put you into go mode. But what ended up happening was
Those swords.
The swords did not make that much of a difference. What ended up happening was saltyphry did Death Mountain early and did Spike Cave to get the mirror. So he did an early check of Swamp Palace, and then from there went straight to Pyramid to get Titan's Mitts. And so what ended up happening was he got on that chain to get Boots and Cane of Samaria, which got him doing like all of the crystal dungeons right before Mire.
Oh, I see. So
But-
where the swords?
Well,
Oh.
about that.
Yeah.
One was in the mire shed with half magic.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't go mode, so I had no reason to
Mhm.
check that.
And the other's
Especially-
on Checkerboard Cave.
Oh my god, all in the same area.
Yeah. So what was the reason to avoid Death Mountain as long as you did?
I don't really know. I thought it wasn't that much of a good play. It ended up being fairly empty. It only had the mirror in Spike Cave after all.
Yeah, that is true. The way it did end up there. So
Like, I got progression. After getting the hookshot, my next progression was the mids, I think. And it took me like 40 minutes to find it.
Oh, go ahead.
oh no, sorry, I thought I lost everyone for a sec. So now the thing is, with this being best of three number play, you are still in. So any thoughts going into your second race of this best of three?
I hope I don't waste 40 minutes finding progression next seed. Oh my god, that seed seemed like it took forever because of that. And then when I found the mids, I changed every item in a row and got my go mode pretty quickly after all. I just
well-
wish I had a better sword to finish all those dungeons.
Mm-hmm. So, well, GG's and props to you, number play, for putting up a good race. You know, you weren't as far behind, even with some of the different mistakes, and hopefully we'll get that win so we can get a winner-take-all game 3 after that.
By the way, I have a question for Salty. I see that neither of us had the fire rod. Do you know the bomb jump in Cannon's Tower to get to those 4 chests?
Well, I was saying this earlier, but basically my situation is I've learned it, and by learn it I mean I've practiced it about 20 times or so, got it once, and just kind of left it at that. So I probably could get it, but it would take me a bunch of attempts, most likely.
I actually never practiced it, but I would have attempted it if I didn't find the big key.
Yeah, I feel like it's easy enough where you can kind of just get it on the fly, as long as you kind of have an idea what you're doing with it. It's not horrible. Like, it's a little trickier than other bomb jumps, but at the same time, it's relatively straightforward. It's just kind of lining yourself up with a bomb on the moving thing, which is a little trickier than normal.
All right. Well, saltyphry, last question to you. How are you feeling going into the second race?
Yeah, gotta be feeling good. Can't complain when you're up 1-0, I guess.
All right. Well, again, GG's to both saltyphry and Numberplay. Be sure to give both of them a follow on Twitch. Deuce May, our tracker, did a great job keeping track of all the items. So shout outs to her. Nihon, Tiger, it was a pleasure co-commentating with you again today.
Pleasure as always, Jax. I guess we can pretty much send it on out here. Let me just check real quick and make sure that we've see what we've got here. Maybe any more matches going on tonight.
I've got the schedule up on the main Speed Gaming channel. We do have race number 2 of Hippo versus Zaphod Beeblebrox the 4th, and then bright and early at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning we have Christos Owen versus Chisame.
Nice. You're going to be on the call for that one. Holy cow. 7 a.m. Wow.
Yeah, about that. I kind of need to go to bed.
Yeah, go. You go to sleep. Don't worry. I'll take care of the outro here for everyone.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, and so for Jex, who's heading off to bed, so you can call tomorrow morning for Numberplay, for saltyphry. Just want to say thank you all very much. As always, good night, good luck, good RNG. Remember, somebody out there loves you, so we love you too. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.